Hello, I'm the caretaker from the Shire Hall in Monmouth. We've just been granted a 3.1 million lottery grant to restore this building. And would you like to come with me and see what's going on around here when I'm working here? But first of all, there's one area we cannot go to at the moment because we've got a chess class in, which is the community room. And in there you can be cleaning early in the morning and you've got a feeling there may be somebody watching you, or at the corner of your eye you see something move. And then it's gone. But should we go into go up the stairs then? If you follow me, please. Well, on the way up these stairs, at nights when I've been working here at 10 o'clock at night, I've heard this bell alarm go off. So I come out to investigate, and when I get there and look around, I can't find nothing, nobody in here. It can happen in the evening, late evening, or sometimes in the daytime. When I come to check, there is nothing there at all. So if we go on up here, follow up here. Now we're coming up to the landing where I happened to see the ghost. And what he was, I was stood up there because I just had a phone call, and it was about last year, and I was looking down here. I heard the click of the door behind us, which is here, and when I looked down, I happened to see a pair of legs and a black flowing cloak go behind there. So I came straight down to see what it was, whether it was my imagination or not, but there was nobody there. And nobody will change my opinion that it wasn't a ghost. Here, for years, I've been going up and down these stairs, and here, every 4 steps from the top, at times, it don't matter whether it's winter, summer, any time, and you can be coming up here at any time, and you get a very highly scented smell, and especially on those 4 steps, it's very cold. Well, that's a poltergeist activity. So should we go into the Henry room, or courtroom 1, as Cumbran calls it? Right, now this is what they call courtroom 1. But I call it the Henry room. Now this is Henry. You walked in here at the end of 2002. This is what a lot of tourists come to see. And there he is in all his glory, up there. But as you can see, the 4 courtrooms are getting a bit dilapidated as well. And what it is, this courtroom is set out exactly like this magistrate's court is set out like the assizes. And what it was, when we had a person in here, she was a psychic, she picked up on a lot of things, and she said children of 4 was even being sent into prison for stealing apple because they were really hungry. The people in here were in lot of clothes were tattered and very poor. And she said the misery in here was very, you could feel it in the air. She said people were sent to prison for next to nothing. And that's the way it was. And she said what the feeling in here was very down on her. So if we go into the other courtroom, we can see what goes on in there. Do you want another now? No. Weather judge now. This is also a small ante-room from where the court, where the big Lord Chief Justice would come down and deliberate with the clerks from the court in here. And this is where they used to make up their mind what they were going to give the sentence to the person in the courtroom. This would be for the assizes, not for the magistrates. This is the assizes. Now this here is where the charges were sentenced. But before we go into that, here we've had this all authenticated by St. Fagans, and this wood is the original. This has been here since the court was built. That was 1721. Over there, they pointed out, we'd never noticed, but things that has gone by, and you think it's quite natural. But when you look at it, over here, they showed us, this seat is where one of the big wigs would sit. But he was so big, they've had to reinforce it. You can see the size of it. That's the size of 2 children in width. Back down here is behind is the box where the queues would be coming. Now when they were brought up into this box, they were brought from our dungeons, which are still got dirt floors. So you can tell how bad it is. And what it is, they bring them up through a trapdoor which is now covered, but we're going to open up when the lottery grant is all, when they do it. And they brought up into here, and they were put in here. You had a fierce dog and a handler here, and the same that side. Also, at the back, there were soldiers with muskets. There's a bit creepy something going on in here. And what it is, this is where the charges were sentenced. Rose's relative was sitting at that table. When they looked over his shoulder, even before the sentence had been given to the charges, he'd had 3 men hanging from the gallows. When the sentence was handed down to them, that they were to be hung, drawn and quartered, a chap that was sat there got up and said he'd do the quartering for them. But they had their sentences commuted, and they were taken from our jail back to Newport, where they were sent by steamer to Tasmania. And really, I will not come in here once it's dark, because it's really something in here you feel more than when in the daylight. Daylight okay, and light evenings, but I'll come in here on my own, but not at night. There must be something I got fear of it being in here in the night for some reason. I don't know why, but I'll go in here any other time of the day, in the evening, when it's light, of course. Okay?